Ever find yourself kind of fascinated by, like, languages?
Yeah.
Just how they work and how they kind of shape how we see the world.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even just basic things, how, like, different languages have different ways of saying the same thing. It's kind of wild.
Totally. So today, we're actually taking a deep dive into something super relevant to that why learning English specifically is such a big deal in our globalized world, right?
Right.
We're going to be looking at some key ideas from an episode of the Language Unlocked podcast.
Okay, cool.
And they started off with this stat that really blew my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Over 1.5 billion people speak English.
Wow.
Like close to a fifth, like 20% of the entire planet.
That is a lot of people.
Right. It's kind of hard to even wrap your head around how much communication in English is going on every single day.
Yeah, and, it really drives home the point that English is kind of the dominant language
Sure.
in so many areas. Like, if you think about it, business, science, tech, even entertainment.
That's everywhere.
It really is.
The podcast made this analogy about English being like a global passport.
Okay.
Which I thought was so true because, you travel to different countries, and even if you don't speak the local language perfectly, a lot of times you can get by with English.
Absolutely. And it's not just getting by, for a lot of companies, especially the ones that are doing business internationally, they put a really high value on English skills.
Right. I mean, for global job opportunities, you practically need it.
You pretty much do. Like, think about engineering or finance or anything in international relations, really.
It's crucial.
It really is.
And that made me think about, like, studying abroad, too. Because the podcast mentioned how English is almost like a requirement if you want to study in places like the U.S. or the U.K. or Australia.
Totally, because those countries are huge destinations for international students, and you got to be able to keep up with the coursework.
Yeah. And it's not just about, the practicalities of daily life on campus either.
It's deeper than that.
It's about really immersing yourself.
Right, like say you're studying literature, right? And you want to read, like Shakespeare's original works, the nuances of the language are going to be lost in translation.
Oh, okay.
So mastering English opens up all these academic resources and lets you engage with the culture on a much deeper level.
That reminds me of when I was traveling, and I could actually understand, like, the lyrics to songs in English or watch movies without subtitles.
Yeah.
It just added so much to the experience.
Oh, for sure. And that kind of touches on the cultural benefits that the podcast highlighted. You unlock this entire world of, like, literature, film, music, art, all this stuff that you might not have access to otherwise.
And it's not just about, consuming content either. It's about being able to connect with people from all different backgrounds.
Exactly. Having those conversations, sharing those experiences, and that's something that, it enriches your life in a way that goes beyond just career advancement or academics.
It's like personal growth, too.
Right, exactly. It's lifelong.
So it really seems like English is more than just a language, right?
It's more like a tool.
Yeah, like a tool that opens up communication across the globe, fuels your career, and even unlocks all sorts of cultural experiences.
Yeah, definitely. It makes you think, what can you do if you could really master English, I mean?
Ooh, I like that. Like, how could it help you achieve your own goals?
Exactly.
Or even just, understand the world a little better.
Totally.
Something to ponder, for sure.
For sure.
And hey, if this deep dive has got you curious about languages in general, stick around, because we'll definitely be exploring more of that fascinating world of linguistics in future episodes.
Awesome.
See you next time.
Yeah, see ya.